that is XOR, that exclusive OR. So here we have the symbol as this one. So this is bitwise operator, and that is exclusive OR, XOR we say sometimes. So if we run this, first let me save it and then run. Yes, so here you can see it is true. Previously it was false when we checked bitwise and now it is true. What is the difference between exclusive OR and OR is that that we for OR any one should be true or both should be true. You know, any one, like any condition, if this is true and this is false, then it will be true. If this is false, this is false, then it is false. So it is like, you know, 0 1 1 1, something like that, you can understand. So false, true, 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 if any one of it is true. It is similar to truth table. If you know, in digital electronics we use truth table, that is logical and logical OR. So in exclusive OR, either of them, you know, either this or this, any one should be false or true, but both should not be same. Like if both are false, then also it is false. If both are true, then also it is false. So one should be something like on, the other should be off, one should be on among the two. So that is the reason it is giving you true, because here one condition. Now suppose I make both the condition as either true or false. Let me make it true. So now let's check it. Yes, see, it is false now. So exclusive OR and OR, you should know the difference between the two. So it is false here. Now but if I use OR condition, then it should be what? Let's see. True. Then it is true, because both the conditions are true, so it is true. If both the conditions are false, then false. If any one is true, then it is true in OR condition. But in exclusive OR, if both the conditions are either true or false, let me say again, if both the conditions are true, then also it is false. Or if it is false, then also it is false. But if either, you know, if this is see, if both the conditions are true, then also false. If both the conditions are false, then also false. But if this is true, this is false, then only it is true. So one should be on, something like that. One should be on, the other one should be off. One is true, one is false. One is true, one is false. Then only it will be true. So I hope this is clear about logicals. Now coming to bitwise operator. So in this, let me complete bitwise operator. So now this is left shift operator. Now you know, now you're familiar with you know, all zeros and ones. So this is one number A. This is your left operand. It specifies, yes, it specifies the value to be shifted. So this is to be shifted, left shifted, and by how much you should shift. So this is mentioned by B as 2. So this one, your right operand will specify the number of positions that the bits in the value are to be shifted. So I want to shift 2 bits to left. So that means, see, 1 1 0 1, I want to shift left, means this side. So these 2 zeros will be removed. See, it is not there. And now whatever void means empty space will be here, will be filled with zeros. So I hope you understand now that this number is shifted to left. This is the position. It is going towards left. So these 2 numbers will be removed, and it will be, you can say that these will be added here. So, because it is always filled with zeros. So this is left shift operator. And now coming to right, you can see here, now number is your 10 number is 1010. Now this is the binary format of 10. Now I want to shift it right. So that means this this I want to shift it towards this direction. So because it is plus sign, bitwise operator here, it is signed 1. So just be clear, this is signed means positive and negative number. 1 bit it always takes for positive and negative sign. So now what happens? This will be removed. These three I want, right? I want to remove 3 bits. So here 1, 2, 3. These 3 will be vacated. See, 0, 1, 0. This, and now it has moved towards right. So whatever empty spaces will be here will be filled with zeros. These green color zeros are the filled zeros. So this is vacated and this will be filled with zeros. So coming to unsigned right shift operator, it is nothing but like you don't have sign here positive and negative, you don't but one excess bit will be shifted off to the right are discarded. This is the difference between right shift and unsigned right shift. This always takes from zeros. So the left operand value is moved right by the number of bits specified by the right operand, and shifted values are filled with zeros. The same thing here. So here this is shifted here. So these two will be removed and it will be filled here. So the only difference is this is unsigned. So you don't have any extra bit for plus or minus. It always it is not with any plus or minus there. Now coming, so with this information, let's run the program here. This one, or let's take this first. Okay, let me remove quickly this part. Okay, now it is saved. Okay, there is some error here. Okay, the error is with the class name. Okay, I'm just taking one class name and saving it. Return type public static void main, everything is fine here. Okay, so I've just rectified the error here. It was just because of some curl brackets and all. So here I've yes, so 10 left shift to 2. Okay, both. Okay, this is with the shifts and with the numbers variation here. Like 10 shifted to left shift with the number with the like 2 bits, then how many bits you want to shift, and here 10 is divided with 2 power of 2. This is logic behind it. So 10 divided by 4 is 2, so answer should be 2. Let's see. Now we'll run the program. Yes, so 2, 5, 2. This is the logic here. You can please have a check here. This is the logic, and 10 and all that, with the different numbers I have checked it and see it is giving here. Now coming to next one, let's see this. Okay, Control V, here this is missing. Okay, now Control save. Okay, there is some curl bracket is missing. So this is the execution here. Okay, there are 5, 5, minus 5, and this is the answer you get it for this. So I hope you like the session. Thank you. This is